Under surveillance this morning, retaliation.
We will fight the U.S. tariffs with retaliatory trade actions of our own that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impacts here in Canada. We will protect our workers and our industries during this difficult period.
So here's the latest this morning. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney vowing to retaliate against US tariffs. Carney telling reporters he and President Trump could speak as soon as today. Tyler Kendall joins us now for more from the White House. Tyler, are those two actually going to be speaking, and what about?
Well, John, maybe we'll get more of a readout on exactly what the agenda item will be, but it's definitely going to be about the future of tariff negotiations. This is going to be the first call between the two leaders since Mark Carney was sworn in as Prime Minister on March 14th amid what has been escalating rhetoric between the two leaders. And we have to keep in mind, Mark Carney really campaigned on countering President Trump. During his acceptance speech, he said that Canada was experiencing dark days brought on by a country they can no longer trust. He did appear to address those comments yesterday to reporters, saying that he does think that trust can be restored through what he called comprehensive negotiations, but that he doesn't think the relationship will ever get back to exactly what it was there. So still some, big questions going into this when it comes to Canada's retaliation to those reciprocal tariff plans. Carney did say that Ottawa is going to wait and hold off until they see the more comprehensive approach here that's tracking with what we're hearing from other allies, such as the European Union, which at this point has some fiery rhetoric, but is saying that it's still just too much uncertainty to know exactly how to respond. John, we did get a little bit of a preview, at least, to what to expect. Canada, under Justin Trudeau, had said that it was preparing retaliation to target Republican exports from Republican-held states moving forward.
Tyler, what's the sense of where negotiations are with all of these countries in terms of trying to get last-minute deals with the White House?
Right. Well, Amory, Bloomberg News actually had some pretty remarkable reporting after the EU trade chief was here in Washington earlier this week that said that the sense from EU officials was that they walked away from the conversation with senior administration officials that this White House didn't really want to negotiate until April 2nd had actually rolled around. And perhaps that's why we're seeing, even as some public concessions come forward, such as dropping tariffs on industrial goods or boosting U.S. LNG exports, we haven't really seen any tangible progress when it comes to what President Trump is going to end up putting on these countries come April 2nd. Now, President Trump this week did say that he plans to be fair and nice. He thinks a lot of people are going to be surprised by what he ends up implementing next week. But that really remains to be seen, particularly as we see some of these sector-specific tariffs, like the auto tariffs yesterday, really mark a real escalation in what has been this administration's approach.